This is DC Danton Crow Crusader. It's Wednesday morning, about 10 o'clock. Well, you can see the grass is cut and it's drying out. And yeah, and it'll be used to, I guess they call it silage, to store for the winter. What do we got here? We got a couple of crows. We have a couple of ducks and no pigeons. No pigeons here, but there are pigeons on the other side of the shopping center. I saw them. I'd say about 20 pigeons, but they're not over here. Maybe because they're doing garden work over here. Right now they must be on break. So we'll see what happens. Okay, farmer's not here to turn over the hay, but he could collect it today. We'll see. If he doesn't collect it today, he'll collect it tomorrow. So Charlie was unbelievable. We didn't get here till 5 o'clock yesterday, and Charlie was sitting on the fence right behind me. And he's just sitting there, and of course I recognized him right away. And I went right up to him, and I talked to him for a little bit, and then I put some food down below the fence, and he jumped down and he got it. So right now I'm not putting any grain in this other spot. I'm just putting everything in one spot. Of course, yesterday at that same feeding, 5 o'clock, I got severely accosted by a woman who just wouldn't leave me alone. She kept stalking me and saying bad things, and yeah. You see, there's not many crows here. I don't know why that is. It could be that someone's doing bad things. Well, we know they've been throwing things on the field. I think they're a little reluctant to throw things down on the field now because they know that the farmer's going to get this up for the little ducky landing. He's going to get that up for the cows or sheep, and they know then they have poison bred in there. Would not be good because the farmer will be able to trace it back to here. So anyway, you see that probably it's the safest time there is when they have this grass here cut, because they know the farmer's going to get it up. So we'll see. We'll put this down. They say there's not many crows. Probably no more than 25. Boy, we just keep reducing in numbers. I have no idea what's going on. Got to get out here one morning and see. So far, no Charlie. We have a piece of plastic in there. Of course, they have those people there putting those stones in. The duckies are waiting over there. Put something down for them. Over here. So far, I don't see any Charlie. I don't see Charlie at all. Hopefully he's okay. I'm always wondering. You see, like, no crows on the roof there. Of course, it may be hot. Of course, they don't like the guy doing that over there. Charlie doesn't like that. We'll throw down a couple of cashews here. We have a couple of eggs. No Charlie. Maybe Charlie got something this morning from the electrical box, or really early this morning, because he's watching the field all the time. Yeah. Charlie doesn't take too many chances. And of course, that kind of work, you know, will scare any of the birds away. So, we'll put down a little bit right here. It could have been that was a parent or a teacher. I have no idea, because they walked through the schoolyard. Okay, now we'll give the sparrow something. I wouldn't expect Seymour to come down. Not in this not in this situation. More paper in the field. Yesterday I picked up an umbrella. And a bag that you put dog doo-doo in off the field. I said to the woman who was verbally assaulting me about the birds that I was picking up her trash. Why doesn't she pick up the trash? See, she sees it there. So you see, the maintenance people won't pick it up either. Oh my God, I am so shocked. Look at that, Seymour's there. Look at that little Seymour. Isn't that something? Of course they're scared. They're scared. I'm not going to look that way. I'm just going to put something down over here. Charlie may come over here and get it. Seymour wants to land there, but it's just too much noise for him. He just doesn't like it. I'm sure this is keeping Stanley away too. So we put something up here in the electrical box in case Charlie wants to come down here. Okay. Oh, we have more than one seagull today. Looks like we have Seymour and friends. So put this up here. Oh, we have a few crows here. That's Charlie. That's Charlie there. You can tell that's Charlie. He took all sausage. Hey, Charlie. Hey, good boy. And look where he's going. He's flying into he's the only one who flies in the parking lot. That was Charlie, but he would not come down to me. Would not come down to me. Birds are also traumatized again. But we'll throw some stuff here. Charlie can get it right here, which is not so bad. It's further away. We got 3 gulls here today, but one gull keeps pushing the others away. Charlie can come right here also and get something. There we go. Let's see. We got a little piece of paper there. I don't want to get too close, but I want to get that piece of paper up. Oh, there's food over there. That's a good spot. We'll get this little piece of paper up here. There we go. I don't like that. We'll get that up. Okay. Like I say, I'm always picking trash up off the field, because I realize the farmer won't do it. It'll get gathered up and the cows will get fed. Cows will get fed that. So, yeah. Probably picks up cans and bottles, but not the rest of it. He leaves the plastic and the paper in here. So, anyway. They're not very careful with their silage. I have to remember that in the novel that I wrote, A Heart for Baby, one of the calves gets what was called listosis. It's a bacteria. He had a leak in his silo. I told him about it. He let it go for a year. The silage became contaminated. He didn't feed that to his tethered cows like Baby, thank goodness, otherwise he would have lost his whole herd. But he fed it to the 2 little calves that he was trying to make white veal out of. which I ruined that because I ended up feeding them carrots, apples, and fresh cut grass every day, and that turned the meat pink, and that was no longer desirable. A terrible, awful story. But one of the calves, he fed the worst kind of thing that you can think of to those poor calves. They only got dry hay because he was trying to make the white veal. Which is actually against the law here in Switzerland. So anyway, yeah, he tortured those two calves, a male and a female, to unbelievable. But anyway, here's a nice little scene of our little seagulls, Seymour and friends, a couple of pigeons, a couple of mallard ducks, and the crows. Very nice little sight. Now you can see them rather well. Rather nicely you can see them. And they're still eating despite all that noise, which means they're damn hungry, okay? That's what that means. So, obviously no hawks. The hawks would never come down here anyway. Like Jeremy said, this is just a stopover. This is just a place to get a little treat if they can get it. It's not really the right kind of food for them, and but just shows how hungry they are. Anyway, looks like the gulls took what they needed and they left, and now the little crows can eat in peace.